So what if the number you've been avoiding in your business right now is actually the thing that's going to set you free? Not sell the business and move to the beach free, but know exactly where you stand free. Most of you in this room didn't start your business because you love spreadsheets. I mean, I did. But that's not the point. You started because you were good at something. You saw a gap and you wanted to build something. You wanted freedom. Then invoices go out, payroll becomes due, and somewhere in there, freedom got replaced by a few questions you didn't say out loud. Am I actually making money? Why does my bank account not reflect the effort that I'm putting into this each day? Where's it all going? So I'm Steve Koch, I'm a CPA, and I'm the founder of Primary Care Financial. We're a fractional CFO, controller, and bookkeeping firm based right here in Metro Detroit. We work with founder-led firms, so law firms, marketing agencies, IT companies, consultancies, who are scaling toward that $10 million mark, where the business has outgrown gut instinct, but they haven't outgrown the founder. So here's the truth about me. I'm not a big vision, big whiteboard guy. I'm a checklist guy. I like systems. I like knowing exactly where my business stands on a random Tuesday afternoon, not just at year end, like so many people do. And what I've learned sitting across the table from a lot of founders is that most of you are wired the same way about your own craft. You just haven't been able to point that same discipline at your own numbers yet. So I see this pattern constantly. A founder comes to me and says, Steve, we're busy, everything's fine, clients are happy, but there's just one thing. I don't know if the money's actually there. Sometimes it's a marketing firm. They've got operating cash sitting in a checking account, another pool of cash sitting in a savings account, and then multiple credit cards that nobody's reconciled in months. On paper, everything looks fine, but in reality, nobody knows. So we go to work, we clean it up, line by line, building a reconciliation, we build this system, and for the first time, that founder can actually see what their business looks like financially and where they stand. I remember sitting across from one of these founders when we pulled the real numbers up, side by side for the first time, and there's this pause. Wait, that's what we actually have? It wasn't panic, but it was relief. Because whatever the number was, it was real, and it was theirs. They could finally work with what was real. Not guess, but see it. Again, it was real. And that's when things change in businesses. Maybe you reprice a service that you've been underselling for years without knowing it. You finally have the confidence to let go of that client who's been stressing you out. You make a hire 6 months earlier than you thought you could because you see you have the cash to do it. And that's not a bookkeeping win, that's a freedom win, because clarity creates confidence, and confidence creates growth. And at Primary Care Financial, that's the whole job. We're here so that you stop ignoring your numbers and start using them to your advantage in your business. But here's the part that I didn't expect when I started this business. The biggest transformation isn't in the numbers, it's in the relationships. Because once a founder understands their own business, they show up differently everywhere else, including in a room like this one. And that's what I love about Caerusnet. You realize pretty quickly, you don't have to figure everything out all alone by yourself. Sometimes your client's biggest problem isn't something that you can solve. It's something that somebody else in this room today solves. And when you make that introduction, you stop being just a vendor to that client. You become a trusted advisor to that client. And that's how you level up in your business, because this was never just about revenue in your business. It's about freedom. freedom to make decisions with confidence instead of a guess, freedom to build a business that actually funds your life instead of just occupying it, freedom to wear shorts to Caerusnet Breakfast. And that freedom starts with clarity. So some of you are going to leave this breakfast and go straight back to the grind. And that's fine, because that's the job. But before you do, and before your phone starts buzzing and the next fire starts, I want you to sit with one thing. Where in your business are you guessing instead of knowing? Because that number you've been avoiding might be the exact roadmap for everything else that you've been working so hard for. Thank you.